In the digital corridors of the photography world, a palpable buzz is growing into a roar. It's a familiar feeling, the anticipation of something truly disruptive, and all eyes are fixed on one of the industry's most revered names, Hasselblad. Whispers of a new flagship, a successor to the already legendary X3D 150C, have been circulating for months. But this time, it's far more than mere forum speculation or wishful rumor. This is a story built on concrete evidence, a trail of digital breadcrumbs leading to what might be the most significant leap in medium-format photography we've seen in a generation. The upcoming, and much anticipated, Hasselblad X3D 150C is no longer a question of if, but when. The most solid piece of this puzzle emerged in December 2024, when Hasselblad officially registered a new camera model, coded HB722, with the FCC. Such registrations are the undeniable harbingers of a product launch. This filing came with a standard 180-day confidentiality agreement, a ticking clock that places a potential official announcement squarely in the summer of 2025. As that date approaches, the leaks from credible Chinese sources have painted a picture of a camera that isn't just an upgrade, but a revolution. At the very heart of this beast lies the sensor, the component that defines everything. According to the most credible leaks, Hasselblad is preparing to shatter the current resolution ceiling. We're not just talking about a minor bump. The speculation points to the possibilities either a 150-megapixel sensor or, more astonishingly, a staggering 250-megapixel medium-format sensor, likely sourced from Sony's cutting-edge silicon foundries. Let that number sink in. 250 million pixels. This is a tectonic shift, a quantum leap that makes even the formidable 100-megapixel standard seem modest. This isn't just about bigger numbers, it's about fundamentally changing the possibilities of a digital image. We are talking about the ability to capture a sprawling landscape and then crop into a tiny fraction of the frame, pulling out a new, perfectly detailed composition that could stand as a high-resolution image on its own. It means a single file with enough data to print a billboard without losing an ounce of clarity. It's an unprecedented level of detail, a canvas so vast that it could capture texture, light, and shadow with a fidelity that borders on the hyper-real. But with this great power comes an almost terrifying level of responsibility, and a host of engineering nightmares that Hasselblad must overcome. The first and most obvious challenge is data. A 250-megapixel RAW file will be, in a word, monstrous. We are talking about file sizes that will make current workflows feel quaint. This immediately raises the question of processing. Can Hasselblad's current image processing engine, as respected as it is, possibly keep up? The sheer volume of information flowing from that sensor every time the shutter clicks will require a processing architecture that is orders of magnitude more powerful than anything we've seen. We are likely looking at an entirely new processor platform, designed from the ground up to handle the insane computational load of demoscene, noise reducing, and applying Hasselblad's legendary color science to a 250MP canvas in a reasonable time frame. If the camera chokes for 10 seconds every time you take a photo, it's useless to a professional. This data tsunami extends directly to storage. Your old SD cards. Forget it. This camera will almost certainly demand the fastest, highest capacity memory solutions available, likely CAF Express Type B or perhaps even the emerging Type C standard. The internal buffer will need to be colossal to allow for any kind of burst shooting, and even then, photographers will be generating terabytes of data on a single shoot. This isn't just a camera problem, it's an ecosystem problem. The camera's release will ripple outwards, demanding photographers upgrade not just their memory cards, but their computers. Your current laptop will weep trying to open one of these files. We're talking workstation-grade towers, vast arrays of high-speed SSD storage, and a post-production workflow meticulously designed to manage the data deluge. For many, the sheer hassle of managing these files, in terms of both storage and computing power, might be more than it's worth. Then there's the physical reality of cramming this technology into a usable body. Pushing this many pixels, powered by a new generation processor, will generate heat, a lot of heat. Hasselblad has long been revered for its iconic, minimalist design. The X3D 150C is a masterpiece of Scandinavian ergonomics, a solid, cool block of magnesium alloy that feels perfect in the hand. But that design ethos may be in direct conflict with the laws of thermodynamics. Will the X3D 150C need to be larger, bulkier, to accommodate a more aggressive cooling system? Will we see a first for Hasselblad, an active cooling system with a fan? Or will the body have to grow, with a larger grip and more passive heat sinks, potentially compromising the elegant simplicity the brand is known for? This challenge is directly tied to power efficiency. Medium format cameras are already notorious for their short battery life. A 250MP sensor and a powerhouse processor will drink battery power at an alarming rate. Hasselblad must be engineering an entirely new battery system, one that can sustain a professional through a reasonable shoot without forcing them to carry a pocket full of spares. What's the point of ultimate resolution if the camera overheats or dies after 30 minutes? And then we come to the traditional weak point of medium format, autofocus. Historically, the trade-off for that sublime image quality was a slow, deliberate, and often frustrating autofocus system. The X3D made solid progress, but it still lags significantly behind its full-frame mirrorless competitors and even its direct rival, the Fujifilm GFX 102. If Hasselblad truly wants the X3D to be a modern workhorse and not just a studio queen, it must deliver a revolutionary AF system. We're not talking about a minor improvement, we're talking about a complete overhaul. It needs fast, accurate, eye-driven subject tracking. It needs eye detection that locks on and doesn't let go. It needs low-light performance that is confident and reliable, not a hopeful gamble. The days when pros would patiently accept sluggish AF are over. In a hybrid world, they demand speed and accuracy just as much as they demand resolution. This single feature could make or break the camera's appeal to a wider professional audience. This hybrid demand also raises the question of video. For a long time, video on medium format cameras was an afterthought. Fujifilm changed that, introducing robust 4K and even 8K video capabilities into its GFX line, unlocking the cinematic depth and unique character that these enormous sensors can provide. Will Hasselblad finally answer the call? Will the X3D 150C be a true hybrid camera? To do so, it would need far more than just 8K resolution. It would require 10-bit internal recording, professional codecs, log profiles for color grading, and, once again, a heroic heat dissipation system to handle extended recording times. Adding strong video features could attract an entirely new segment of creators, but if it's omitted or implemented poorly, it will feel like a missed opportunity, positioning the camera as a stills-only specialist in a world that increasingly demands versatility. Finally, we must address the elephant in the room, the price. Hasselblad is a premium, luxury brand, and this camera is rumored to be its most technologically advanced creation ever. The X3D 150C will almost certainly be one of the most expensive medium format cameras ever made, with a price tag that will be eye-watering. This is where the competition from Fujifilm becomes so critical. Fuji has effectively disrupted the medium format space, offering exceptional quality at prices that, while higher, are within reach of dedicated professionals and serious enthusiasts. Hasselblad must strike a careful balance. If the price soars too far beyond the competition without offering clear, undeniable advantages in every single area, resolution, AF, video, and ergonomics, it risks being relegated to a beautiful but impractical object for only the most elite institutions or wealthy collectors. However, if Hasselblad pulls it off, if the X3D 150C delivers on every single promise, it could justify its cost. An unmatched 250MP sensor, blistering new processing, modern autofocus, true hybrid video capabilities, and that timeless Hasselblad design. That wouldn't just be a camera, it would be a long-term investment in creative excellence, a new benchmark for the entire industry.